This is North Texas Weather Center with your latest 4-minute forecast, as we have a lot to get to in this forecast in terms of severe weather, but the temperatures out there this morning, we are starting out mild. As you can see right now, we're in the mid to upper 60s across DFW. By this afternoon, right around lunchtime, you should have a nice lunchtime. It's going to be humid still, but temperatures will reach the mid 70s for most of DFW, back off to the west, closer to Wichita Falls and Abilene, into the mid 80s. And eventually by this afternoon, all of the Metroplex will reach the mid 80s for the most part, back off to the west again. Wichita Falls and Abilene getting to low 90s. So depending if the temperatures get warm enough, we could see the potential for maybe some storms developing late this afternoon and the evening hours, mainly due to the fact that CAP might be able to weaken. And here's a look at the severe weather outlook for tonight. Now, there might be a chance for a couple of isolated storms to develop maybe late tonight. This would probably be right around 5 to 10 o'clock this afternoon and the evening hours. So again, there's a chance for a few storms to potentially develop. Now, if any storms do develop, all modes of severe weather will be possible with any of them due to the fact that we have a strong low-level jet. We have a pretty high lapse rate this evening, as well as we have that lift that can potentially create that potential for some rotating supercells, and again, that hail threat, as well as damaging winds possible as well. So you can see that there's a marginal risk of severe weather as I'm recording this off to the west, basically west of I-35W, and back off to the north of I-20. And that is, again, for potential for all modes of severe weather if a storm does develop. It's a big if right now. Slight risk of severe weather does exist from Bowie and Wichita Falls and off to the north. There's an enhanced risk of severe weather in far northeastern Oklahoma, as well as far southeastern Kansas. And now this could be a potential for a long track tornado sort of situation. So I will likely be going live this evening for that event specifically. So make sure you stay tuned on YouTube. That'll be exclusively on YouTube this evening. So make sure you watch that. I'll be going over any severe weather that's ongoing in Kansas, basically any severe weather in general. And that might include North Texas if there is any. Take a look at Sunday. There's a chance for a slight risk of severe weather off to our west, basically Abilene and westwards. All modes of severe weather are also possible with that. So keep that in mind. Monday, there is a widespread threat for the potential for a few severe storms. Again, a slight risk of severe storms for anywhere in North Texas. There could be damaging winds, large hail, tornadoes, all threats again possible. This will be a day to really watch closely because we have the best chance of storms. All right, let's take a look at the dew points out there this morning. We are in the mid 60s for dew points. That will really continue throughout the day today, and it will likely continue into tomorrow morning. Dew points will still be fairly high. Dew points might even peak at 67, 68 degrees tomorrow morning. So humid air will still continue, but look back off to the northwest by about 8 in the morning on Saturday. You can see all this drier air is going to start to usher in from that cold front that we'll be seeing tomorrow. It's not going to really cool us down by much, just a little spoiler there, but it will at least bring a little bit of drier air to almost all the DFW Metroplex by tomorrow late, probably around the evening hours. And if you have any plans for like an evening walk or something like that, I highly recommend you get outdoors because this will be the driest air you see probably for the next 7 days. And I'm not even lying. We're going to see potential for storms literally every day. The exception basically being Saturday afternoon and evening. You'd see dew points really dropping across the area, but down near Waco, 71 degrees for your dew point. It's going to be extremely humid along that cold front, but here, as that cold front moves through, we will not see much. Now, tonight, in terms of severe weather, again, maybe an isolated storm develops, but again, not really looking like much of a threat. No computer models are even showing it, but if the cap weakens, we could see one. A little line of storms coming out of Oklahoma by around 5 to 10 in the morning Saturday, so again, watch this fairly closely. Will not bring any severe weather, but maybe some showers moving through northern portions of North Texas. Maybe some gusty winds, but that would be about it out of that. Eventually, by the afternoon hours, some showers and storms will develop really along that cold front. So anywhere south of Dallas, I would expect maybe a couple of showers or storms to develop, but these will likely not be very severe. If any threat does come out of these, it might be some large hail, so just keep that in mind, but that would be the worst that we'll see. Quarter-sized hail basically be the maximum there. Lapse rates will not be that high. Heading into Sunday, we'll have that chance again for maybe some showers and maybe a few storms. Severe weather is not forecasted at this time, but it could be a marginal risk, so keep that in mind. But at this time, we're not really forecasting anything beyond that. So mainly strong storms for Sunday. Now, going into Monday, a few showers and storms maybe during the morning hours. This is all expected to clear out during the late morning, which will allow for some daylight heating, which will allow for the potential for a severe weather outbreak. So we have to watch this fairly closely. As long as there's not really any sinking air, we very well could see several supercell thunderstorms that could pose all modes of severe weather. This is by 4 o'clock. You can see some showers and storms. These would be the severe storms that we're watching very closely for on Monday. And eventually going into the overnight hours, this will dry out. Now, I will likely be able to go live for this on Monday, so just keep that in mind. If you need any sort of severe weather coverage, I will be going live for sure on that. And then going into Tuesday, you can see maybe some more showers and storms, primarily back out to our east. Wednesday, more showers and storms, all modes of severe weather possible with that. Thursday, more chance for showers and storms. A little bit too early to tell if there'll be severe weather out of that, but very possibly could. By Friday, more showers and storms possible. By Saturday, more showers and storms possible. I mean, really, this is basically what we're looking at for the next several days. It's going to be a very active week, to say the least. So make sure you're staying updated again with NTXWC on Facebook, YouTube, and as well as on Twitter with the latest. Take a look at the temperatures going into tomorrow. By tomorrow afternoon, we will be in the mid 80s. So it'll definitely be really not any cooler, even though we'll see that cold front come through. It will not really cool us down hardly at all. Take a look at your latest North Texas Weather Center 7-day forecast. Temperatures over the next several days, again in the 80s for the most part, not really anything below that. Lows in the 60s with the exception for Sunday within the upper 50s. But again, storms possible every day until at least next Saturday. This forecast is brought to you by Platinum Contracting, Birdie's Pro Turf, and All Dense Repair.